Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is a horror edition of Corrigan's Cheat Sheet. I'm your host, Dan Corrigan, and on this episode, we have our special guest, Console Kev. How you doing, Kev?
I am dandy. I had I don't know, I guess I'd call it a mess of a stream before this. Nothing was really working right. I got bored of Final Fantasy 1 because that game is just grinding the game I've learned. And I got taken out of it. And then I wanted to play Too Far Away. Tomorrow Never Dies on PS1. But, my disc doesn't work, and I got it buffed, and I was hoping it would work, and then it didn't. So then I tried messing with an emulator to make it work. And just nothing was working. So that's my life. Yeah, it was a mess. And then I played Mighty Goose on Game Pass, which is just the dumbest thing in the world, and everyone should go play it. It's awesome. So,
we're going to start out with our top 10 games of horror. So, number 10 for me, I have the Grand Theft Auto Slasher mode.
What is it?
Grand Theft Auto from Grand Theft Auto 5 Slasher mode. It's an adversary mode.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, I thought a horror game was
there. Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like Cinema Remix and Slasher Mode are my two top favorite game modes in GTA. But, Slasher Mode, I was playing it the other night with my friends, and Humane Lab, oh my god, it is scary as all hell. It's just pitch dark. You don't know what the hell's going on. Let me get yours.
My number 10, I rank these in the orders I ranked them. So I guess I'll do the one that's, the least horror. And that's Fear. I don't know if you ever played the shooter Fear before.
I have not.
Okay, so they're what I like to call boomer shooters. They're early 2000s, janky, kind of weird shooters. You can't even aim down the sights kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And the beginning of this game is just you're some how do I call it? Supernatural, tactical assault team, and you think it's going to be a normal shooter, but there's this ghost girl that's hunting your team down, and not to spoil it too much, turns out you're a clone of her, and she's coming to kill you all, and there's a bunch of jump scares. I'm like, what the it just becomes a horror game out of nowhere, and it's super weird. It doesn't play that well on PS3, which is how I played it. It's super janky, but it's just so jump scary and weird. And the first time I played it, I was on my friend's PC, and you're sitting this close away from a thing that's all jump scares, and I was just nope, fuck this, I hate this. But now that I've beaten it, I feel better about it. You know?
Oh man,
it's a really good time.
Are you familiar with Roblox?
I know of Roblox, but I can confidently say I've never played it.
Well, The Mimic is number 9 on the list for me. This is sort of really scary if you're playing with friends with headset on late at night, and then it just goes really stupid. That's what the funniest part about it is. I had to put it on there. People need to play. I recommend playing Mimic on Roblox. Popular game as well.
Yeah, I feel like the game came out of nowhere. I know everyone was obsessed with Minecraft, and then I saw Roblox pop up, and I was like, what is this? It seemed like it was a budget Minecraft, but I don't know anything about it other than I sold cards for it when I worked at a game store.
Okay.
Well, that's it. Is it Minecraft, really?
Nah, well, not really, nah.
Okay.
What is your number 9?
My number 9, I wish I did these in order, scariest to least scary. I guess I'll go with Oregon Trail. Not Oregon, not the state, Oregon.
Yeah.
But it is a not a ripoff, an homage to Oregon Trail. It's pretty much the same idea. Instead of going out west to get gold with your new settler family, there's a zombie apocalypse, and you guys are moving towards the west coast to avoid radiation and escape the zombies. So the same things happen where you're in a little station wagon and the car breaks down. You have to fly it off.
Car always breaks down.
All the time. And then, you don't have enough tires. So, you need to get new tires. And then you got to trade with people, go hunting for food. It's almost the exact same game with, a zombie apocalypse theme. You could beat it in one sitting if you just sit down and have a good time with it, but it's worth playing over and over and over again. I think last time I named it all after, rappers for some reason. I don't even like rap music that much, but I was just DMX and Snoop Dogg were avoiding the zombies. Why not?
Let's
It's
do
really
it.
fun. Really, really fun.
Speaking of cars breaking down, I put Friday the 13th, the game, on the list. Because you have to find the parts, you gotta build the car, basically, maybe boats, call the dude to come. I forget his name. What the hell was it?
Jason?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Friday the 13th NES game. Like, there was a car you had to build in that? Like, I don't remember this. But now I know.
Like, yeah, it could be way scary, don't get me wrong. You'll get scared when he sneaks up on you out of nowhere, but, like, the music pretty much defeats the purpose of it. Like, if they didn't have, like, that shock that hits you when he's near you, I think the game would probably be higher on the list.
Right. I gotta try those games. They always look like fun for people to, like, do. But it's so hard to, like, get enough people to play it. I feel like if I play with randoms, I'm gonna, like, die.
Yeah.
Immediately, so I gotta work on that one. So which ones did I mention? I did that one. No, this one. I'm trying to remember my order. I wish I'd ordered these in order. It's my bad. Oh well.
Don't matter.
Okay, I got it. All right, I'm good. Is it my pick? I get to pick one.
Yeah, it's your pick.
All right. I'm trying to go the least. All right, so number 8. This would be 8, right?
Yes.
Math is hard. Darkest Dungeon. I don't know if you ever played these. Again, it's not so much like a whole...
I played it a few times. Mm-hmm. It did not make my list.
Yeah, I kind of stretched, like, the definition of horror because... So before I even talk about this game, I have this problem with horror games where, like, a game feels like it has to be scary, but their way of being scary is, like, walking really slow and doing, like, weird, obscure puzzles.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't think that necessarily goes hand in hand. So I try to, like, get those games out because I don't like playing those. And that'll actually come into play later. But Darkest Dungeon is, like, more of a creepy vibe where you have these 4 adventurers and you just go through these little dungeons and, like, they get more scared as, like, they see more horrific things. And, like, that can either, like, hinder or help your progress. And I don't know. It's just, there's so many random factors to it that I just figured, like, it's just infinitely replayable. And then, like, you just see more, like, I don't know how much I'm allowed to swear in this, but, like, you see just more fucked up stuff.
Just say it.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure I swear like a sailor. But, like, you just see more fucked up stuff the more you play it. And, like, some characters can handle the stress and some can't. So, like, you'll have to, like, drag a character along who's, like, biting their nails in fear. And, like, the other ones are like, I love death. Let's do this. Like, and they become, like, monsters off it. It's a really fun game. I've never beaten it, but that's because it's difficult. It is really, really difficult. But the whole randomness factor of it really makes it more fun to play.
Yeah, I never really got into them kind of games like that. I kind of stick to games like Dead by Daylight. Oh, I love this game. I don't know. Do you have it on the list?
I don't, because everyone asked me to play it, and then we all make plans to play it, and then they all fall through. So I kind of get stuck with not playing it.
I love this game because of the killers they give you. Like, Michael Myers is an option, and then you get some of, like, the clown, and then you get Freddy Krueger. The killers like that kind of build the game, I feel like. If they didn't have them, I'll probably be like, eh. And the maps are really cool, so.
I'm still unsure what the point of that game is, other than, like...
It's like a death freedom, basically, putting it. So where you just gotta, like, do all the tasks, and then walk out alive when the exit opens.
Is it just like Friday the 13th? Because I feel like it's like a budget or a license-free version of that game.
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Putting it softly, yeah.
Yeah, alright. Because my friend's like, I thought it looked like the same game to me. I'm just like, is this just like a no-license version of this? And now I know. So, at least I got that. Let's see. My next one will be, what do I want to do? I don't know. Okay, this one's, like, again, less scary, but I still think it qualifies. So, Resident Evil 4, which I think is the first good Resident Evil game. Because going back to, like, I don't like slow-paced games, I really think Resident Evil 1 through 3 are a fucking drag. I hate those games. Like, the controls suck. The puzzles are dumb for being no reason. Like, It's like a find a jewel, and then the jewel opens a staircase, and then the staircase goes down to a safe, and you open the safe, you get an electronic part, and you put it. It's just dumb. That's not scary. That's just like really obtuse puzzles for the sake of being obtuse. And like while you're doing this dumb stuff, a zombie pops out, and then you have to like, and then finally aim at it and shoot. I'm like, this is boring. Like the scariest part about that game is like knowing where the controls are going to be. So anyway. Resident Evil 4, like, got a little bit of the puzzle element taken away. It became a little more actiony, but I just think the controls are better. The pacing is better. That game is just, I don't know, it paces well. It makes Leon actually feel like a badass, and the replayability of, like, after you beat the game, now Ashley can get, like, a night suit, and then, like, she can't get carried away by zombies, and you can get, like, a dumb, like, Thompson machine gun. You can mow down all the zombies. It's just, like, it doesn't take itself too seriously, so that was the first Resident Evil game that actually stuck with me. And I think after that, I started liking the series a little better. But, like, I always get clowned on for not, you had to, like, grow up with it, like those Resident Evil games. And, like, I did grow up with it. And back then, I was even like, this sucks. Like, I don't know. I never got it. But I think Resident Evil 4 is, like, the first good Resident Evil game to me. And I know people hate me for that, but that's fine.
You think zombie games are considered horror games?
They can be. I mean, like, you know, if you think like Dead Rising isn't a horror game.
Yeah, it's just like a
dumb
shooter.
And silly, but like, depends what it is. If it's actually scary and horror, like fits the theme of the game, yeah. But you know, again, like Dead Rising is like you're running around with a Lego head and just like,
you could just use anything at this point to hit them.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if I'd call that a horror game, but like I think zombies help if I could plant it somewhere.
My next pick is actually like a sleeper, a heavy sleeper. It's from the PlayStation 1, Planet of the Apes. Yeah, so hear me out. So all of a sudden, suspenseful music, like it enters your body. Let me remind you, I'm like a 6-year-old kid playing this game, and the game was scary as hell. Like the apes would just come out of nowhere, chase you down, and like the graphics, yeah, they weren't there. But a great game doesn't need great graphics. It's true.
No.
But that game was so scary. Oh my god! Out of nowhere, they would just come around the side of the like cave, and they'll be right there with a little bat or whatever, and beat the shit out of you.
Oh my god, that actually does sound scary. It was awkward. I gotta look this up. Planet of the Apes PS1. I remember like did the nerd talk about this game? I feel like he must have, right?
I think he did.
Yeah, because I remember looking at like cutscenes of this now. This game is ugly. I'll give it that. But like again, ugly doesn't mean bad because I do like the PS1. It's just like
if they remastered it, I don't think it would be that scary. I really don't. It was just that these graphics just made it look 10 times worse, and then you had these weird apes just coming out of nowhere and beating the shit out of you.
Yeah. Well, so those PS1 graphics, somehow the bad graphics end up making something scarier sometimes, which actually, if it doesn't transition too hard, going into how I hated the old Resident Evil games. So my next one is actually what I'm playing now, which is a Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh, okay.
So, like, this fixes everything I complained about in the old ones. The controls are better, the puzzles aren't dumb. If it has, like, obscure puzzles, there's, like, a map with items that tell you, like, where everything is. So, you know, it's not too hard to figure out what you were doing. Like, no more tank controls. Like, the pacing's, like, way faster. And, like, half of Resident Evil 2 was, like, I don't know what that jaggy thing in the corner is that's, like, moaning and running towards me. But, like, they still made this game scary. Yeah. Like, it's really fucking scary, I'd argue. It really just fixes everything. I haven't played the Resident Evil 1 remake, or 3. But, like, I gave this one a shot just because I was like, maybe I can actually like Resident Evil 2 now. And I'm almost done. I have one more section to do. And then I beat it, and then I can finally say I played Resident Evil 2, the good ones. Finally.
Well, we're halfway through the list, and hopefully we catch a match. Hopefully one of us match one of these. But number 5 from me, I have Hello Neighbor.
I've never played that. Nope. Sorry.
So this game is actually cool, though. It's first person, sneaking into the neighbor's house, and the jump scare actually, like, oh my god, it's insane. Literally, so you'll be running, like you'll notice that he's coming after you, and then you'll be running, and then he'll catch you, and then the camera will just zoom over